Hey guys, Tyler here. Welcome back to 14 Minesweeper Variants. You guys know I love Minesweeper, and variety on that is a ton of fun. Very quickly, let's go over the rules of original Minesweeper. The way the game works is that you must mark each individual mine and must reveal each individual cell that is not a mine. Every square or cell either houses a mine or a number. The number says how many mines are adjacent or diagonal to that number. So this 3 says that there are 3 mines in the adjacent cells, and then this 3 says there's 3 in all of these. Well, if we know that there's 3 in these 4, then the top 3 will not house any more mines, so I can get rid of those. I have a 3 right next to a 1 right now, and what that tells us is that there must be 2 mines unique to the 3, 1 mine shared between the 3 and the 1, and no mines unique to the 1. This one says that one of these 2 is a mine. This one says one of these 3 is a mine, meaning this is not a mine. And this 2 can work together with this 2, because this 2 says 2 out of these 3 are mines, and it can't be both of these, because then this 2 would have 3 mines next to it. So this must be a mine. One of these 2 must then be a mine, which will complete the 2, meaning this is not a mine. This 3 now must have 3 mines next to it. This 3 must have 3 mines next to it. This 2 must have one of these 2 be mine. This 2 must have one of these 3 be a mine, meaning this is not a mine. This 3 requires 2 mines. This 2 is complete, and this 1 forces a mine right here. And the top left says there were 0 remaining mines, so this final cell is not a mine. Now let's get into the variants. Each clue is either 1 greater or 1 less than the actual value. Dude, that is so cool. So this 5 is either a 4 or a 6. Wow, okay, that's cool. This 3 is either a 2 or a 4. Well, it can't be a 4. So this 3 is definitely a 2. And this 1 is either a 0 or a 2. And this 0 is a 1. It can't be a -1. And I'm pretty sure this 1 is not a 0, because this being a 2 means that there's at least 1 mine here or here. So that would invalidate the 0. So I got a 2, 2, 1 pattern. Well, 2 and 1 next to each other means that this is always mine and these 2 are never mines. This 1 is either a 0 or a 2. Well, it can't be a 2, so it has to be a 0. This 0 means it's a 1 and there's a mine here. So because this is a 2, it is complete. This 3 has to be a 2, and this 1 has to be a 2. So neither are mines. This 1 is either a 0 or a 2, but if it were a 2, both of these would be mines, and this would have 3, which is invalid. So this has to be a 0, and because this has to be a 2, this is a mine. This 3 has to be a 2. This 4 has to be a 5 then, which means this is a mine. So this 2 is either a 1 or a 3. If it was a 1, it would be satisfied. If it were a 3, both of these would be mines. And this 4 is either a 3 or a 5. So if it's a 3, none of these are mines. And if it's a 5, exactly both of these would have to be mines, because this being a 5 would imply this being a 3. So that means in both scenarios, this is never a mine. This 5 has to be a 4. And now both of these were 5s, and this is complete. This is so cool. I am in love with this. It's 6x6 time. Well, so both the 0s have to be 1s. So 1 out of these 4 is a mine, meaning these 3 are never mines. This 0 has to be a 1, and this 3 is either a 2 or a 4, but it can't be a 4, because then both of these would be mines. This would be a 2. That's not right. So one of these 2 is a mine, and one of these 2 is a mine. I'm going to get out the brush right now. 1 mine, and then like 1 mine, just so I don't forget. Well, this 2 is either a 1 or a 3, but it can't be a 3 because one of these 2 is a mine. So it's a 1, and the 1 mine is here, meaning this is not a mine. This 0 is a 1, so this is the mine, and now this is complete. Well, this 1 is a 0 or a 2, and then, of course, 0 or a 2. Could this ever be 0? If this 1 was a 0, none of these would be mines. This would be a 1, making a mine here, and then this could neither be a 2 nor a 0. So this is always a 2. 2. Well, this 3 has to be a 2, can't be a 4. One of the mines is here, other one is here. So this 2 has only 1 out of these 4 being a mine. Well, so 1 out of these 4 is a mine. That means this can't be a 3, because then I would have 2 more mines next to 2, making it a 3. So this has to be a 1, this has to be a 0. I can work with 0s, and now I can work with 1. This 2 is complete, and that makes the mine be here. This 7 has to be a 6. An 8 is out of the question. This 1 has to be a 2 now. This 6 has to be a 4. 7's out of the question. This 4 has to be a 5. This 4 has to be a 3, so this is not a mine, and this is. Okay, got rid of all the drawings. This 6 has to be a 5. There are now 4 mines remaining. Wait, this has to be a 5. So all 3 of these are mines. This 4 has to be a 5. These are complete. This 1 has to be a 2. So the last mine is one of these two, meaning this is not a mine. This 4 must be a 5. This is a mine. This is not a mine. God, I love this. 7 by 7? I could do this forever. Well, this 4 has to be a 3. Certainly can't be a 5. This 5 is either a 4 or a 6, and this is either a 1 or a 3. This 5, it cannot be a 6, so it must be a 4. And same with this 5. Well, because it's either a 1 and 4 or 3 and 6, in both scenarios, this is always a mine. And then either these are both mines or both not mines. So mine, does that help though? Yeah, I think it does. I think that implies this 5 is a 6. Because if it's a 4, one out of these 4 is a mine. And then this 5 will be completely underwhelmed. At most, it could be a 2. And it's at least a 4. So 3 out of these 4 are mines. Which means that the 4th mine for this 4, as we know, it has to be here. That means this 1 is certainly a 2. Now, you gotta think about where the non-mine is around the 5. It can't be touching the 2, because then there would be 2 mines next to the 2. And actually, let's rephrase it. What if this 2 were a 1? Then 1 out of these 3 is a mine, and then this 5 could be at most a 3, where it needs to be at least a 4. It actually has to be exactly a 4. So all 3 of these have to be mines for this to be a 3, and then this 5 is a 4, so this is complete. This 5 is a 4, so both of these are mines. Left side looking good. The 2 is complete here, and both of these 1s are 2s, and the second mine has to be here or here, so this 1 will not have to worry about here or here. This 3 now has to be a 2, so this is not a mine. This 4 has to be a 3, so one of these 2 is a mine. The 0 has to be a 1, so that means these 3 are not mines. There is a world in which both this 1 and this 3 represent a 2. There is a world in which this 3 is a 4. If this was a 2, 2 of these 3 would be mines, then both of these would be mines. This 3 would just be a 4 then. Is there a world in which one of these 2 is a mine relative to the 3? You know, I don't think so, actually. Because let's say it's 0 and 2. Well, that means these 2 have to be a mine. 0 and 4 is not possible. And then 2 and 4 implies both of these being mines. And of course, 2 and 2 means these are not mines. So either these are both mines or both non-mines. Which means for this 3, if they're both non-mines, then it's a 2, because at most it could be a 3, which is not allowed. Or they both are mines, and then again, this would not be a mine because this would be a 4. So in both circumstances of this 3, this is not a mine. And I have an 8, which is a liar. It's a 7. This 1 is now complete. This 1 forces a mine here. This has to be a 2, so this is a mine. This 5. Oh, this is in fact a 3-6, so this is a mine. There are 2 mines remaining. Is the game trying to suggest to me that the last 2 mines has to be shared by the remaining 3 numbers? Because what if this is 0, 2, and 2? Then I just don't have any mines in these cells, and there's 3 remaining cells which could house the 2 mines. And it's very possible for the revealed cells to give context clues as to which one is or isn't the mine. But oh, what that does mean then is like cells unique to not all the numbers are never mines. So it's either shared by all of them or touching none of them. There is no in between. So that does not make any sense. Maybe it doesn't work that way for all of it? So they can undo. So maybe it only applies to the 1 and 3. So it's possible for this to be 0, 2, 4. Oh, yeah, okay. So it's either 0, 2, 2, in which this is not a mine. It's either 2, 4, 4, in which this is still not a mine. Or this is 0, 2, 4, where this is still not a mine. God, okay. I found the logic. It just took a mistake to get there. So this 1 has to be a 0. This 0 has to be a 1, which is already complete. This has to be a 4. If this was 2, I wouldn't be able to fit 2 mines in. So this has to be a 4, which means this is never a mine. 5. That's a 4, so this is not a mine. 4, this is a 3, and now we know that the final 2 mines are only shared by this, which means that this is in fact 0 and 2. Okay, and this 3 has to be a 4. I found the logic. Oh god, that was tough though. Hate to make that mistake. Oh, that leaves this locked? I want to do the 8 size one. This is how I want to divvy it. So I'm going to take another stab at the liar 7. New puzzle. This one for sure. So this 0 is a 1. One of these 2 is a mine, which means this must be a 2 and not a 0. So 1 mine here, second mine here. This 0 is a 1, which is now complete. This 0 is a 1, which is now complete. This 1 is either a 0 or 2, and this is a 1 or a 3. So it's either 0, 1 or 2, 3. This 4 is a 3 or a 5. And it can only be a 5 if this is a 2, 3, but it could be a 3 in any circumstance. Is this cell always a mine? Because either it's a 0, 2, 0, 1, and this is a mine, or a 1, 3, and this is also a mine. This is always a mine. This 4 is in fact the 3. This 0 is a 1 is complete. This 3 is a 2, which is complete. This 1 is a 2, which is complete. This 5 has to be a 4. So 3 out of these 4 are mines. This 4 has to be a 3. So one of these 2 is a mine, which means this 2 has to be a 1. It can't be a 3 anymore. And we know one of these 2 is a mine, so this is never a mine. Let me draw a line. How about the 4, 5? These 3 cells are unshared by the 4. I guess it's actually possible for this. No, it's not possible for this to be bigger than this. That is preposterous. Like, I can't have 5, 4. This can't be a 5 at all. This actually has to be a 3. So this is either a 4 or a 6, which means that out of these 3 cells, there's either 1 or 3 mines. Well, it can't be 3 because then this would be a 4, which is impossible. So it has to be 1, making this a 4. So then this has to be a 2, so 1 mine is here, 1 mine is here. Neither of these are mines. This is a mine. I can mark one of these 3 being a mine. This 5, again, has to be a 4. But this could be either a 1 or a 3? No, if this was a 1, neither of these would be mines. And then the 5 would be a 3. So this has to, in fact, be a 3. Both of these are mines. This is not a mine. This 1 says one of these 2 is a mine, and this 1 says one of these 3 is a mine, meaning this is not a mine. Now this 4 is either a 3 or a 5, huh? But if it were a 5, this 1 would have 3 more mines next to it. So it'd be a 4. I don't think that's happening. I think we're looking at a 3 and a 2. So this 2 says one of these 4 is a mine, and this 3 says 3 of these 5 are mines, which means that both of these are mines. One of these 3 is a mine, and then this is not a mine, which means this 4 is a 3, and this 3 is a 2. Because this 4 is a 3, there has to at least be 1 mine here. So 1 implies 2, so we're actually looking at a 2, 3. Both of these are mines. This is a 3, this is complete. This 3 is a 2, which is complete. This 1 is a 2, which I can complete. This 1 forces this to be empty, and now the second mine for this one, it goes here. This 1 has 2 mines next to it, not a mine. This 5 needs 2 more mines to make 4. This 5 is a 4, which implies 2 mines, and there are 3 mines remaining. So this is either a 1 or a 3. Well, it can't be a 1 because out of the remaining cells, there'd be 1 mine here, 1 mine here. That makes 2. I need 3. So this is a 3 with all 3 mines here. That's not a mine. There's my perfect clear. Now I can do the 8x8. And let's do this 8x8. Well, this 3 has to be a 2. This 5 has to be a 4. This 5 has to be a 4. That one's a little easier. And this 5, now a 4 is complete. This 2 has to be a 3. Let's get drawing. One of these 3 is a mine. And then one of these 2 is a mine for the 4. This 3 has to be a 2. This 1 is a 2, so one of these 3 is a mine. This 4 cannot be a 5. If it was a 5, then this 1, which is actually a 2, would be overwhelmed. Here's a question. Could this 3 be a 4? I'll like put a little hat on it. Because if it was, all 4 of these would be mines. And that would make this 2 into a 3, making this a mine, which means the 1 would be overwhelmed no matter what. So that 3 has to be a 2. I like this little notation. I don't think it implies anything about anything else though. Well, I know for sure then the 4 is a 3. I know the 3 is a 2. I know the 4 goes down. Hold on. If this 2 is a 3, maybe it doesn't work, because then these 3 would be mines. That completes the 1. Then what happens to this 2? This 2 becomes exactly a 2, which is not okay. Oh, is this the breakthrough I need? This has to be a 1. Well, it's good to keep in the back of my mind. I know that this 1 and 2 are linked together because out of the cells unique to the 2, there is 1 more. So does that mean out of the cells unique to the 1 that there are no mines? Could this be a 2 and this be a 1? It would look something like this. Which almost works, but remember this 2 has to be a 1, so this is not a mine, and then the 3, which is actually a 2, is underwhelmed. So the 2 and the 1 there are in fact linked together, which means that the cells unique to the 1 are never mines. Holy cow, we're just digging through this. Well, I know that this 2 has to be negative, or it has to be a 1, which means that this 1 cannot be a 0. It has to be a 2, which means that this is always a mine. One of these 2 is a mine. This 2 now has to be a 3. Slowly but surely. Oh, I can work with this 2 and 3 now. This 2 is a 1, so one of these 2 is a mine, which completes the 3, which is a 2. This 2 has to at least be a 3. There's a mine here. There's a mine in one of these 2, thanks to the 4 actually a 3, which makes this a 3, which makes this a mine, which means neither of these are mines. Holy cow. This 1 has to be a 0. So you are not... What? You're not a mine? This 1 also has to be a 0. This 2 must be a 1. So that means this 2 cannot be a 3. So this also must be a 1, which means that this is not a mine. This 3 has to be a 2. So 2 out of these 3 are mines and 1 out of these 3 are mines, which means this is a mine, this is not a mine, which means this is a mine. Now I can do a little bit of erasing. That means the 1 absolutely has to be a 2 here. Of course, this 1 is a 2. Wait, can this 6 be a 7 though? Because that would require all of these to be mines, and this 3 would become a 5, which is not happening. So this is certainly a 5. Could the 3 be a 2? I don't think so. If this 3 were a 2, that means 1 out of these 4 would be a mine, and then the 6 could at most be a 4. So I have to be looking at a 4-5 right here. So that means 3 out of these 4 are mines, and then 2 out of these 3 are mines. Damn it, this is not giving me anything to work with. You know what? I will clean up some of the useless markings at this point. Clean up the board, why not? It means I certainly don't need these. Much cleaner. Well, how about this 2 and this 4 next to each other? Because this one says that only one of these 2 are mines, and then this 4 would require 2 mines to be here and here. And of course, this can't be a mine. So let me mark that. Mine, mine, not mine. This makes this a mine. It makes my life a little easier. This 4 must be a 3. So this is the mine, and these 2 are not mines. This 4, again, must be a 3. These 2 are mines. This 2 is either a 1 or a 3, but it can't be a 3 because both of these would be mines, making this a 3, which is impossible. So this is certainly a 1. This then has to be a 2, making this a mine. This 2 is complete. This 3 has to be a 2. This 2 has to be a 3, which is complete. This 3 is a 2, which is complete. There are 8 mines remaining. 3 of the mines are around this 6. So there's 5 mines remaining out of 6 cells, which means out of these 3 and these 3, there's only 1 non-mine. So there's either 2 or 3 mines here, which makes this either a 4 or a 5. Well, it can't be a 4, so it has to be a 5, meaning all 3 of these are mines to make this a 5. 2 of these are mines. This 5 has to be a 6, making the mine here. This 3 is now complete, and this is a mine. Now I can erase a lot. This 2 is actually a 3, which makes a mine here. This is not a mine then. This 3 has to be a 2, so this is not a mine, making both of these mines. Wow, that took some insane sleuthing. I am loving the logic that this game creates. Who thought Minesweeper could get this deep? Well, hot damn, I've had a lot of fun with this. This section actually took a good bit, so I'm thinking I'm going to take on whatever this section is next time. When I played Understand, I did 1 section per video as well, so this is kind of on par. And with that, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a wonderful day and peace.